Oh, yeah, a good time was had by all. If you want to hear about this marvelous day in New York City with doll friends, stay tuned to hear more. Hi everyone, I'm Joe. I'm so glad you tuned into this video. You're going to totally enjoy this because at least in my world, it's not that often we get to hang out with doll friends and enjoy the love of our hobby and anything related to it and get to know each other a little bit too. So let's start from the beginning. In order to do something like this, somebody has to take the lead and coordinate an event and post the information somewhere on social media to catch people's attention, and perhaps a few times, or at least I did anyway. So this is a little invitation that I posted in some of the American Girl Buy Sell Trade Facebook groups and also on Instagram. And if my memory is not failing me, I probably talked about it here on YouTube in a video as well. Maybe I even made a video about it. I can't remember. So let's not even bother with that. But in any event, what I'm trying to say is that you got to get the word out, right? So you prepare something similar to this, something probably better than this. This was a 2-second thing that I did, I'm sure, and I posted it. And people were contacting me, sending me their contact information, and I was recording all the feedback that I was getting from people in terms of what their preferences may have been in getting together in the city, where they live, all kinds of things. I captured their Instagram accounts. Whatever I could, I put it in my little handy dandy notebook. And this process of getting people's attention and recording information for me took about 3 months. So it was 3 months in the planning, 3 months in trying to find people to get together. And in the end, by the time we were getting close to the date, which was June 28th, we had a group of about 15 people, let's say, that committed to meeting up in New York City and spending the day together. We didn't do the things mentioned here in terms of possible ideas. We did something a lot more low key, which seemed to work for everybody. We went to the American Girl store. Some people shopped. We took pictures. We chatted. We hugged. We did a little bit there. We monopolized the whole front area of the store. There's a bench there and an entrance. We just took over with our dolls and our bags and everything. It was quite funny. And it was just so amazing to meet everybody. The plan was to meet up at the store and then walk over to Central Park. And I thought about what could we do when we're at Central Park? And what I thought about was this ball of Saran Wrap that had all little gifts in it, that a game that people usually play around the holidays. I don't know if it has an official name, but to me it's a Saran Wrap ball. And I prepared this ball with over 150 doll items in it for everyone to pass around and open while we were together. But the real catch of this was they would have to wear mittens that I brought or oven mitts to do it, because otherwise they'd probably open it very fast. So it was really cool. And while this was happening, people were chatting and getting to know each other. It was just such a nice time. And another thing is that I made these cute little tote bags for the dolls as a little gift for everyone who joined. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do that again because it does cost money and it takes time to do. And like mostly everybody, we don't have a lot of time on our hands. So I'm not sure. It was the first event and it was fun, and everybody loved their little gift. Now let's jump into the day of the event. And here is my Cameron, and she joined me, and a bag that I made. And the funny thing is, I have to tell you about this bag. Someone I adore saw this bag in one of the buy sell trade Facebook buy sell trade groups. I can't talk. I can't talk. And she wanted me to make one for her, so I did. And by the way, if anybody watching this would like one of these bags, reach out to me via email because I have two more that I'm going to sell. and I'm either going to sell them in a Facebook group or I'll sell them to somebody that contacts me via email. My email address is down below in the description. Cameron and I took this train to New York City, and it brings us into Grand Central Station. And here she is on the train, checking out the Hudson River, sitting in my lap. Oh, there I am too. Look at this, greeting the next set of passengers that jump on the train. It was really fun to take her on the train. It really was. And here she is again. Oh, by the way, I made this little bag for her in the morning of the event. Now that I'm acquiring these sewing skills, I am really enjoying making things for my dolls. So she had this bag stuffed with a lot of different things, a book, water, her phone. I don't even remember what else was in there, but it packed a lot of stuff. And here are a couple of pictures taken inside the American Girl store, getting our dolls ready for a photo shoot. Look at us, we're like the paparazzi. And here are all of our dolls once they were ready for their photo shoot. And now we have a group picture with some friends. From left to right, we have Danielle, Philly, me, Patty, and Deanna. I hope I'm pronouncing her name properly. Sorry if I'm not. And here are some individual shots. First up is Cameron, and look at her. She's got all her stuff, and I guess I'm getting her candy bar. By the way, Cameron is a CYO, and my daughter and I did an unboxing, and on the lower right side of the screen is the thumbnail. I'll link that video down below in case you want to see the unboxing of Cameron. Next up is Philly, and look at her. She's got a lot of things going on over there. She even has a burger. Wow, good job, Mom, feeding her during our little outing. Let the fun begin. Now we're going to unwrap this huge monster ball. I don't even know what to call it. What's the official term or of this little game? I have no idea. I probably should have researched it, but I was too busy wrapping all this stuff with over 400 feet of plastic wrap. I know it's not good for the environment, but there was no alternative. And I think it took at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half for everybody to fully unwrap the Saran Wrap Ball, whatever it's called. It was so much fun watching everybody open it and get the little prizes. And here is Patty and Philly, and it's Philly's turn. She's wearing the mittens. And of course, we need more doll pictures, and this girl is just relaxing in the sun. And here's Philly. And more dolls. Everybody was having a fabulous time. We were so lucky to have the best weather ever. It wasn't too hot. It was a really nice day. Oh, how about a little bike ride in the park? And she even has her helmet on. And here is beautiful Diana. Look at her. She looks so serene. And we gathered up some of our dolls and we took a picture on this rock. And here is pretty Rapunzel with her little mini doll. And here's Corinne saying hello, and she's ready to go roller skating. And look at this handsome fella, Ethan. He's hanging out with a t-shirt that I made and his mini kit. Look at this beauty, Evita. She's just hanging out and enjoying the day. And here's a whole group shot. They're enjoying the bags that I made them. They have a dog. Yeah, there's a lot going on in this picture. And here's a picture of some of the gifts that were in the Saran Wrap Ball. And this is me and Patty. Patty, I was so happy to meet you. I'm sure you got that from our embrace and our conversation. It was absolutely wonderful, and I was so glad to meet everybody else as well. It was a perfect, perfect day. It was one of the highlights of my month, and I appreciate all of you for being part of it. Now, let's talk about a couple of gifts that I received. I just want to show them to you. Patty gifted me Camille, and she came all the way from Oklahoma, and now she lives in New York with all her doll friends, and they're just hanging out in the dollhouse. And Patty also gifted me these two jumpers that her mom made. And what's really amazing about this, her mom is 90 something years old. Imagine that. And I'm sure she's made hundreds of these jumpers in her lifetime. And Danielle gave me these beautiful cookies. So thanks to the both of you for your gifts. I truly appreciate it. I hope everybody had a wonderful day, especially the time that we spent together learning about each other and what we do for work and everything else that we all decided to share with each other. That was one of the highlights of my day as well. And here are all our dolls. And that's a wrap, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video and you are part of a meetup if you didn't attend this particular one. And I'm sure we're going to do this again in the future. So keep an eye out on my Instagram for an invitation another time, unless somebody in the group who attended the recent one wants to take the lead on it. But at some point, I'm sure we're going to plan another one. So just keep your eyes peeled for an invitation to another New York meetup. And that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I sure hope you do. Please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, throw a couple of emojis in there because it helps the algorithm and puts my content in front of other people, which I would really appreciate. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Bye.